Hi, you came back. Fantastic. It's me, Roger B, your friendly neighbourhood metal MC. Cheesy. Hey, it ain't easy. So much has happened since the debut vlog last month. I just don't even know where to start. The release of the 4D EP went to plan, more or less. It's had some great reviews. I've put the links to the reviews in the description bit at the bottom of the video. You know where to look. But thank you to all the reviewers who said nice things about the Kinjiru project. I really appreciate them. Thank you to all my Facebook friends and followers who have just given me some fantastic feedback. I'm very grateful for that. And also, what blew me away was getting nearly 3,000 views in something like 2 weeks for the video for Never Ever. Admittedly split between Facebook and YouTube, but even so, still very chuffed with that. And to celebrate, Uncle Jack has come to visit tonight. Excuse me while I just have a little sip. So anyway, you don't want to hear me waffle. You want me to get on with this!
My top 5!
This time, I'm going to talk about my 5 top frontmen. At number 5, David Coverdale. The dude might look like Bruce Forsyth in a long wig nowadays, but my god, the guy's voice hasn't aged at all. He still blasts out all the Whitesnake classics, note for note perfect. He's still very funny, he's still very engaging, and he's just a great frontman. And number 4, Ozzy Osbourne. Not a lot I can say that hasn't already been said about the guy. As a frontman, even back in the 80s when his voice was a bit shot through drugs and alcohol, he still gave every ounce of his being to entertain the crowd. And that's what it's all about for me. At number 3, Ivan Moody, Five Finger Death Punch. Why? He's cheeky, he's aggressive, he's funny. He puts a lot of energy out there. He tries to cover as much of the stage as possible to bring the audience in. Just a dynamic, tremendous frontman. Number 2 is Dee Snider of Twisted Sister. That guy is almost perfect. He is a total wise ass. He covers the whole stage, and yet he's got his voice that could knock down a skyscraper, and he hasn't got that wobbly old man voice that some of the more senior rockers develop. Fantastic frontman. I've learned a lot from him. Number 1, the timeless Freddie Mercury. I was privileged to see Queen at that famous Wembley Stadium concert that everybody's probably seen the video for, and I spent the whole time sort of going between jumping up and down and enjoying the songs and just watching the guy. The way he engaged that many people and just had them in the palm of his hand was something to behold. I mean, it was a mixture of charisma and talent and just, let's put it this way, the dude had skills. So there you go, my top 5 frontmen. Please don't get all politically correct. I'm going to say, ooh, there should be front people. There were no women, so it's front men. Anyway, moving swiftly along to this!
Top tips!
Okay, so this time I'm going to give you a couple of top tips for people who want to sing and play the guitar at the same time. If you already do this, just skip forward, you'll get bored. The main tip I'll give you is print out the lyrics or have them on screen on your PC or iMac or whatever you use. Have the lyrics open, listen to the tune, and make a note above the word where the chord changes. The easiest example I can think of this is We're Not Going to Take It by Twisted Sister. It's just E, A, and B. I'm going to overemphasize where the chord changes happen because your hand, your right hand, is just doing this. Okay, once you're doing that, all you've got to worry about is where the next chord is. So, it'll be like this. We've got the right to choose it. There ain't no way we'll lose it. This is our life. This is our song. Hopefully that illustrates how straightforward it is, really, because once you're playing, once you're doing chug 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 or whatever the rhythm, all you've got to know is where you're going next, which actually leads me nicely onto my next point. Keep your chord groupings within sort of 3 or 4 frets of each other. It'll make life a lot easier, because if you're trying to play something like Paranoid, like don't do that. Do that. Makes it much easier. You're giving yourself much less work. So, finish with my woman, cause she couldn't help me with my mind. Okay, so I'm not having to worry about, God, am I going to hit the 10th fret? I'm already there. So all I've got to do is literally move one finger. That's my biggest tip. If you want to sing and play, make life easy for yourself. But anyway, now it's time for
Q&A.
Yes, questions and answers. This is a new section where people who are my friends or followers on Facebook or other social media have sent me questions that they want me to answer. Funny that. The first question is from Mike Fiorini. What made you choose a subject matter you cover in your songs? Okay, Mike, I write songs about things that we all talk about behind closed doors. There are whole industries built on providing toys and accessories and accoutrements to help people indulge their darker desires. So why are we so prudish about bringing it into the fore and making it something which isn't weird? There you go. That's my reasoning behind it. Question number 2. David Bingham. If you wear a mask again in the band, what style would you like to portray your feelings? I think I would be a snarling black dog. I battled depression in the past, so there's the black dog. The snarling would come from me being fairly aggressive in going after what I want. And also, if you tickle my tummy, my leg vibrates just like a dog. It pretty much does. Question number 3. Rick Hackett. Do you find it easy writing the drum and bass parts yourself, and how does it differ to previous bands you were in? To be honest, Rick, it hasn't been a massive adjustment, because I've been writing songs for an awfully long time, and whenever I've taken a song to a band, I've had the whole arrangement more or less in my head. Obviously, you know, if somebody wants to chuck in an idea, you know, why don't we try that there or that there, I'm open to trying it, and if it sucks, don't keep it. I think that's possibly something I'm getting used to, is not having the input of other musicians. But, you know, I'm usually right anyway. Don't quote me on that. Question number 4, Maria Curtis of Rakpa. If you haven't heard of Rakpa, it is a very, very worthy charity. Go and check the website out, and for God's sake, support them. So this question. If you could choose between having a hand that could produce a never-ending supply of donuts or having a finger that could travel through time, which would you choose and why? Well, assuming it's not just my finger that can travel through time, the rest of me still attached, I would do the time travel thing, because then I can travel back and get as many donuts as I want. So that's my thinking on that one. So thank you for those. Anybody got any cues they want me to send them through on Facebook. Facebook page is in the blurb at the bottom of the page, you know where to look. Which leaves us with one more section, which is
My favorite stuff.
So my favourite thing this time is a Demons of Old Metal hoodie. Doesn't sound that mega, does it? But it represented quite a big milestone for me, because no band I've ever been in had the budget to order hoodies. So when I opened the box and there they were, it was just a great feeling to know that I got to that stage where, yeah, we've done the t-shirts and patches, but that's almost like the merchandise pinnacle. So that's another thing ticked off my list of things that I wanted to achieve. Now I've just got to download Wembley Stadium and Madison Square Garden. Easy. So there we go, vlog number 2, all finished. Crikey, went in the blink of an eye, didn't it, Governor? Oh, Lord of mercy. If you've got any questions you want me to answer, do send them through, preferably on Facebook. You can message me on Instagram or Twitter or carrier pigeon, smoke signal. But for now, that's vlog number 2 in the books. Hasta la vista, baby. This is Roger B signing out.